It's movie trailer time! Woohoo! Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Alright, so we've got our first, not teaser. Well, we got a teaser one day, and then the very next day we got
The official trailer.
the official trailer, first trailer for Solo, A Star Wars Story. Which I'm not a big fan of having that subtitle for every single one of the spin-off films. So, let me go into what I don't like about it, because it's going to be a much shorter list. Pretty much any complaint that I have has to do with the guy who's been cast for Han Solo. I think I might actually have his name here. Alden Ehrenreich. Ehrenreich? I think I'm getting that correct. I'm not going to repeat it, so that's your one time. Maybe I'll just call him Alden. I don't like... I think they have dressed him up the way they have made his hair, the way they have made his outfit looks very much like Han Solo. That's very believable. Some of his mannerisms, it was it wasn't a very long trailer, but some of his mannerisms were pretty Han Solo-esque, Harrison Ford-esque. I don't like the way he talks as Han Solo. He does not sound like a younger version of the character. My thing is when you're voicing a character that already has a very well-known, established way of speaking, at least get the cadence and the rhythm down. I'm not saying that you have to speak at the exact, try to mimic their voice outright, but at least do what Ewan McGregor did with Obi-Wan. He took what, I can never remember his name off the top of my head, the original Obi-Wan. McGinnis. I think it's Guinness. Alec Guinness, I think was his name.
We got two Irish guys.
Yeah, so when Guinness did that whole, come here, I won't hurt you, that kind of nasally, but with a bit of a British accent on it, that's what Ewan McGregor did. He was totally believable as a young Obi-Wan in the prequels. I don't see that with this young version of Han Solo. Yeah, that's really my complaint. You have any complaints?
The first, I guess, scene or first few scenes they showed with him running away from whoever it was he was running away from.
The Empire. I mean,
and that,
who else is he running from?
That vehicle looked like the most basic
speeder.
Yeah, it's like the prototype for a speeder.
But it's
which is something. It's the most. That's probably the tiniest complaint anyone could ever have about that trailer. Is I don't like the way that the speeder looked, but it looked like crap.
Maybe.
And it could just be because it's probably
an early version of the shot, maybe,
or it's just a hood, a cheap knockoff of a speeder, because he's a hoodlum.
And he uses whatever he can get his hands on.
Yeah, so it's possible that he built the thing. It's possible it's just a dumbed down version of what a really nice looking speeder would look like. I kind of don't like his hair.
Huh, okay.
As far as him speaking, I'm in the area that you're at, because he sounds a little bit too much like he's trying to like you said, he's trying too hard to sound like Han Solo, but it's not working. But I'm gonna give that a saving grace, just because it could just be, you know, as far as
It doesn't sound like he's trying at all, I think.
oh
That's my issue. It doesn't sound like he's trying in the slightest to sound like Harrison Ford. But anyway, you were saying.
no, I think he's trying too hard to act like him,
Gotcha.
which as far as that,
I did think of one more thing. Aside from now, the trailer's not really supposed to do this, so I might be asking a little bit too much, and this is probably a major nitpick. But so far, I don't care about any other character except for Han Solo and Chewie. All the other characters, like the guy that what's his name, Woody something or other plays, the guy who's just like, you know, I'm putting a team together, that kind of thing.
oh yeah,
And then the female character, I don't care who they are.
as far as I'm concerned, she's either gonna be like the female of the team, or she's gonna be like a one-time fling.
Yeah, and I think in the lore at one point he was married. Like I think in the
Oh.
comics they actually made something where he had a wife. I don't know. I really don't know. But they didn't do anything to grab me with them. What I liked about it. Okay, I am really looking forward to seeing the Millennium Falcon not beaten up. It looks like we're going to see that.
The inside of it, I thought it was like
Like an Imperial ship?
I thought it was Imperial. I was like,
No.
no, that's the hallway of the Millennium Falcon.
yeah.
I was like, it looks so clean.
It looks incredible. I cannot wait to. Scratch that. Of course, I care about Lando. Even though we only saw him in one shot,
There were a few shots.
I'm just thinking of the one where he's sitting down and he just flashes that smile.
There's one
Donald
where like
Glover.
he looks at the bounty hunter drone, and he does like the little like, and then they like start the
yeah.
ship or they go.
Okay, those two shots, I'm just like, he's in character. That's Lando. He has me sold already.
I am such a huge fan of Donald Glover and everything he does.
I liked his small role in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Was great because he made the joke about, yeah, I'll be Spider-Man, and then it was like a lot of people wanted him to be Spider-Man. I was like, no. I was like, I'd like to, but like I'm not gonna. But then he decided I was like, that's cool. I like his TV career. Especially Atlanta. I started watching that. That's not really a this show conversation, but that I like it. I like his music career, his movie career. He's a very good actor.
He looks like he reminds me of Billy D. Williams, like immediately as soon as he flashed that smile and did that little.
He looks.
Oh
like,
my goodness!
He looks like young Lando. Like out of anyone in that entire, like if you were to say which one of them looked most like who they are, number one is Chewbacca.
Because you stuff anyone in that suit.
It's so hard to make a hairball look not like a hairball. Number two is Lando.
Yeah. So, very impressed with that. Very impressed with the way the Millennium Falcon looks. I really like that shot where they do the barrel roll pretty much and just smack the TIE fighter into the meteor. That I'm just like, oh gosh, if they have more moments like that, I am so sold on this movie. And I do hope that the movie is about the Kessel Run. Like I think that there's a lot of people throwing that around, like, you know, oh, are we going to finally see do the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs or whatever the number is? That's where the ship gets its reputation from.
Whatever a parsec is.
Yeah. Well, under 12 parsecs. If you do the Kessel Run in that, that's impressive.
I don't know if it's a time. I'm assuming it's a measurement of distance.
But I can tell you this. I'm going to call it now. I'm probably going to enjoy this movie a lot more than the first side story that we got.
Yes.
Rogue One.
Yep.
I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but So many problems with that movie.
That was Star Wars: The Plot Hole.
And I was honestly, up until I saw the trailer, I was kind of like, I don't know if they're going to do a good job here, because the movie was having production issues. They changed directors. It was one of those things where they were given like script revisions all the time, and then they actually brought in Ron Howard, who's a very good director, to take over. So it looks like he's doing a good job. I hope if he does a good job here that he'll come back to do another Star Wars movie, because I kind of feel like we're to the point where they really need to keep the directors around that make good Star Wars films. And if you make one that's not all that great, then get someone else. But this looks good. Did you have anything else, or was that it? And we're getting it Memorial Day. I thought this was going to be another, December release. No. Memorial Day.